What up, YouTube? Overload again with today's message. Taken from Biggie. Y'all heard it. If you don't know, now you know, people. Well, on that topic, if you don't know, now you know. Um, I'm gonna talk about various amount of things. This may actually have to be a two-part series because I can only do it in 10 minutes. You know I like to run my mouth. So first thing I'm gonna talk about. This all goes under the line. If you don't know, now you know. There's a saying, what you don't know can't hurt you. I agree. Now, this may cause a little bit of controversy based on how I'm approaching this subject, but I agree. If we're talking about spiritual creativity, if we talk about spiritual enlightenment, what you don't know can't hurt you. What you do know can. It seems like everything on earth and everything in spirituality seem like it, in a lot of situations are the reverse. Of course, on this earthly plane, if we're talking about something as far as like, corporate advancement, if we're talking about a job, or we're talking about something that we got to physically accomplish on this earthly plane, knowledge is power. And your ability and what you know determines, it can determine your grade of pay and things of that nature. But in the whole creative process, it ain't what you know, it's what you don't know that helps you advance. With anything that's in creativity, as far as music or inventions or engineering or anything of that, because it's the not knowing. It's the not knowing that drives that force or drives that creativity. Another thing, on how this subject could be very relevant. I watched a movie with Queen Latifah. I forgot the name of the movie, but she thought she was dying. Doctor gave her, say, look, you know what, you only got such amount of time to live, and she's like, whoa, and out of that knowledge, out of that information, out of knowing that, it spawned an action. Now, the action that it spawned was, you know what, I'm gonna die, so if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna do everything I ever wanted to do. I'm gonna accomplish all the things I was never able to accomplish. I'm gonna see things I've never ever seen. So all this was spawned on her thinking she was going to die, and so she took action. But the driving force was the not knowing how long she had, not knowing how long she was going to survive or live on this earth, drove her to accomplish things that normally she probably would have never accomplished. The not knowing. I don't know if I'll be here tomorrow, so I need to live it to this fullest. I don't know if I'm gonna get paid next week. I don't know if I'm gonna have the money, so I'm gonna get it now. I don't know if I have the ability. I don't know, so I'm gonna do this. So it's the whole not knowing that spawns the creativity. The not knowing that spawns the spirit, that drives the spirit and makes you want to accomplish things. Not knowing. It ain't what you know. A lot of times in creativity, what you know sometimes hinders you. Yes, what you know, because the way the brain works is this: over the years, as we grew from kids to adulthood, we've acquired a lot of information in this very important computer here. And through the information that we acquired, that determines the type of decisions that we make. And these decisions are determined based on our experiences and based on our knowledge and based on our level of knowledge. So, if I took some money, invested into something that I really didn't know much about, right, and I lost money, I'm going to be very wary of how I make my next investment. Alright? Where you take a person who gambles, you know what, they go on feeling, they go on emotion, they're like, they go on instinct. You know what, I feel like I got the best hand, I feel like I got the winning touch, so I'm going to place this on this, knowing that the odds may be against me, but I got a feeling that I may win. Two different things. Alright, so that being said, you must be careful too, because another saying, I'm gonna hit a lot of cliches today. The mind is a terrible thing to waste, and that could never be more true. Alright, see, our GPS, our mechanism that teaches us, how to survive on this earth, God has instilled in us. And basic way to know that is, if you're doing something, it gives you joy, bliss, happiness, you feel, oh man, you just feel great, you're doing the right thing. And you're doing it with love. You're doing it with intent, right? Now, you do something else and it makes you feel down. It weighs heavy on your heart. It drains you. You don't feel good about doing it. And your spirit feels heavy. Then it's the wrong thing to do. It's just that simple. That's how a person who has no knowledge of the Bible, has no knowledge of anything whatsoever, just wake up in the jungle, wake up every day and live. That person lives happily and have fun throughout his life, and then he passes away. He goes to his journey. He lived a happy life. He lived a fruitful life. Because it's all based on emotion. That's how GPS. What feels good is good. It's true. What feels bad is untrue. So if it don't feel good to you, you don't indulge in it. If it feels good to you, and you indulge in it. That's why, stress is like the #1 killer of people. Stress alone and worry, all that stuff does is create a chemical in our body. We got peptides, and what they do is we create these things based on our emotions, and these things attach to our cells. So therefore, if you feel sick, if you feel angry, you feel upset, guess what? Your cells feel angry, your cells feel upset. We all made up of the same stuff. So everything that's inside you feel the same way. So therefore, its ability to defend, its ability to protect you goes down. The happier you are, the more alert and joyful you are. Your cells are robust, your cells are happy, ready to fight off anything that comes in its way. Matter of fact, anything negative can't even penetrate you because of the happiness in your cells, and your body is so happy. It is what it is. So, I don't know how else to explain it, but it's that not knowing. Not what we know causes us to stress. We don't stress over things we don't know about. We don't stress over things, I take that back. A lot of people do that because they feel as though they need to know. They feel as though they need to have the answer. They need a guarantee. A guarantee is a crutch. Whenever you feel as though I need a guaranteed answer, you need a crutch. Because having a guarantee, all it does is give you the security of not having to wonder about the unknowing, when nobody can give you a guarantee. If I tell you this is guaranteed to last for 10 years, what if you don't live 10 years? Would you really know that it lasted 10 years? That's one of those, if a tree falls in the forest and no one's around, does it make a noise? That's one of those type of questions. But real talk, what you don't know won't hurt you. It's us, even in our music, us being sampling producers and artists. It's the not knowing that brings about the creativity. Somebody brings out a formula and a way and chord progressions and things of this nature. Then you take someone who doesn't know chord progressions or things of that nature, and then they come out for music, and then their music is played in such a unique way because they're not following the structure. But it still sounds good to the ear. And it's that not knowing that allowed that creativity to come about. Think about it. This is part 1. I'm going to come back with part 2, and I'm going to wrap all this stuff up and continue it some more. But it's just something to make you think. And before you go to the second video, think about what I just said. What you don't know can't hurt you. What you don't know can help you, because the quest for knowing and your desire to accomplish, what you don't know, or traveling into the unknown is what advances us. And it's the same thing that advances the mind. So I'm going to come back to, and when I get back to the second message, it's going to start off with a mind is a terrible thing to waste. I'm going to complete that because I didn't complete it on this video. So thanks for watching. See you on the second part.